Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, and welcome to another Nerd Nation fan reaction. Bit late on this one, I do apologize, but it's Godzilla versus Kong. We kind of did this one on the 11th hour. We thought, fuck it, let's do a fan reaction for Godzilla versus Kong. Neither of us are that excited about this movie, but everyone else is. Now, we both have seen the trailer, and we're going to watch it again and just give our little reactions on it and just give our opinions on it and basically explain to you guys why we don't give a shit about this. But we will watch it, don't get me wrong. I'm not that daft. I will fucking watch this shit. But am I shooting my load over this shit? No. Are you shooting your load over this shit, Bob?
Absolutely not.
And there you go. Let's watch this fucking trailer. Boom, boom, boom. See, right at the beginning, I thought that, look, that's Mechagodzilla. A lot of people are saying that's Mechagodzilla.
It might be. I mean, it's not. I mean, it did look like he had some like lights on it or something.
I think this is going to be more Kong focused than Godzilla focused because you can put character into Kong. You know, you can put expressions, personality, emotion into Kong. I don't think you could do that with Godzilla.
Yeah, Kong is definitely a much more. It's gonna sound stupid to say this, but Kong is more relatable than Godzilla.
Yeah.
She had nowhere to go, so I made a promise to protect her.
You can
And I think
you
that
can
in
see
some way,
personality in an ape. You can't see that in a lizard. Even if it does have a personality, you can't see it.
Yeah. So here's my question though: Are they gonna? They're gonna be in the middle of the ocean fighting? Like,
And they're going to be all over the place.
well, I
I think this
know,
is
but
this seems to look that looked quite metallic, that tail. Look, Kong's ready now. Get me off these. Get me out of these chains.
dude, he's in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Like, he's not ready to
Well,
fight. He's in the middle of the ocean.
look at Godzilla. He's gonna. Oh. And he hits him with the right hook. An elbow in the gut.
This is like a
And
Fast
he's
and
out.
Furious
He's been
trailer,
eliminated. Godzilla's out of the Royal Rumble.
right?
Superfly from fucking Kong. Oh man, Tokyo's gonna get it, mate.
There's something provoking in
Not
the
gonna be
we're
many
not
neon
seeing.
lights after that night.
the myths are real.
The myths are
There was a
real.
war.
Oh, and now they're putting like some big old like,
No,
You're the last one standing.
what was it, the War of the Titans or whatever.
these creatures have been fighting for millenniums.
And it looks like all the things from the island are gonna come help him too. It's like, ah, okay.
Oh look, it's like Thor's hammer versus fucking the versus the Infinity.
Well,
Claw.
at least Kong went for the head.
Now, look. Let's just be honest. We're watching a video game, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
This is the thing. Like, as cool as it looks, it's just a glorified CGI fest. There's nothing real about it. At least there's more fun with the films in the 70s with those guys in costumes. You could laugh at that shit. This stuff, I mean, you can marvel at it, but it's it's just it's just pixels and graphics and that's always going to irk with me a little bit. You know, not real people. You know, I know you can't have a giant lizard. I know you can't have a giant ape. I totally understand that, but we're going so like the era of special effects is no longer special. You know, good stories with special effects is what works. This is why it seems like the Marvel universe is so popular right now because you've got the best of both worlds there.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a happy medium right there. You've got some
yeah,
stellar scenes, but then you've got some amazing actors.
yeah, and they combine it well. This, I think, I said this earlier on social media, but I think the lack of blockbusters we've had recently because of the pandemic and nobody wanting to put all their big hits on streaming services means that people are hyped for this shit, and it's fucking ridiculous. Like I said, I will watch it, and I guess it might be a good laugh and stuff like that. But come on, it shouldn't be worthy of people's attention to a degree that we've had to um, even like compromise our own ideologies of this film by making a fucking fan reaction. I mean, that's crazy, don't you think?
I don't know. I mean, I would I okay. So I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. I liked the 1998 Godzilla movie that was set in New York with the iguana Godzilla.
That's there's nothing wrong in that. I thought that film was good dumb entertainment. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, I didn't think it was like, oh, this is an amazing film, but I thought it
yeah,
was. I thought it
it's
was.
good popcorn flick.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people hate it and say it's the worst movie ever and yada yada. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I thought it was a good movie. Um,
It was just at the tail end of the last of the throwbacks of that sort of stuff. I mean, it was very cliched and stuff, and
yeah,
it was almost old school in a way. You know, seeing the giant footprint in the mud and all of that, and there's some good characters as well. And I mean, Matthew Broderick was pretty good, but
yeah.
Jean Reno is a French spy, brilliant.
But
You know what I mean?
but I mean, when
Brilliant.
these new Godzilla and Kong movies have been coming out, like I haven't cared. Like I none of them. I have not sat down and watched a single one of them all the way through.
You know why? Because you don't. Because like people say, look, people. I've heard a lot of people say they want less humans and they want more monsters, and
You can't
uh,
have that.
you can't have that. I totally agree. I've never really spoken up about this because I just can't fathom how they are able to pull that off. You know, for a whole 90 minutes without having some humor interactions to fill in the lines. But if you do, you can make a good film with some human characters if they're likable, like Matthew Broderick was, like Jean Reno was
Mm-hmm.
in the '98 Godzilla film. You know, Hank Azaria, who does the voice of Mr. Burns, who was the cameraman. He was in it too. Great characters.
Yeah.
You know, really good characters, and you felt, and they were part of this. They were actually part. I mean, they were so part of it. They were in Godzilla's fucking mouth. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it was good stuff. I mean, the scene in Madison Square Gardens, and then like them being chased, using the cab and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
it's brilliant. It's a good film. I do like it. It got a lot of shit. It's a good film. There's a few films that even I like that people hate, like Waterworld with Kevin Costner.
I didn't
Everyone
hate
hates.
that movie. It's been so
I,
long since I've seen it, but I didn't hate that movie.
It is Mad Max on water, but I do like it. It was a good, enjoyable flick. I think people shout on it because it went over budget, but I thought it was a good, enjoyable flick. But yeah, Godzilla in 1998, I like that film too. I'm with you on that, Bob.
Okay. Well, that. There's a first time for everything. um, I mean, but my point with that is just like with this one, it's like I've had no interest in any of these new ones. And I agree with you on the whole. Less humans is better. Like I understand there needs to be a balance, but
Hmm.
you also need to have good characters. And I'm sorry, Godzilla. What are we gonna watch him swimming around in the
Hmm.
ocean? Like, and then him and Godzilla. I mean, you want to see good fights, okay? But there we also have Transformers movies that do that, and those are shit movies. You know?
Yeah, and also going back to '98, what I liked about it was how involved they were with Godzilla. They weren't just necessarily outside looking in; they were everywhere in that film. You know, around Godzilla. You know, following his tracks and everything, following his movements. You had the worm guy, Matthew Broderick, who understand how lizards work and shit like that. They had significant roles to play, so you're always close to the action. Um, yeah, and what made that film pretty good, and that's why Kong Skull Island was good. I mean, I do recommend you should watch it.
I
Godzilla,
probably will. I haven't gotten around to
I
it.
really recommend it. It's a fun film, and it's got some Marvel actors in there as well, just to maybe just to lure you in for even more. Tom Hiddleston doing the lead action role as the lead hero was pretty cool. He's playing some you know, some British soldier who's just laying low in Vietnam or some shit like that. Was it set in the 70s, just
Yeah,
after
I
Vietnam?
remember them saying that it was set in the 70s. So that means Kong is like much older now than he was in that movie.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking to myself, they can't because they did leave some Easter eggs regarding Godzilla and Kong and post credits and stuff like that. You know, with ancient memorial wall stuff. So it's not. I'm sorry for spoiling it a little bit, but it's nothing
Whatever, I
too
don't care.
major. No, but stuff like that, it's not too much of a big deal because it's post credits and it's just setting up this film, which we already know is happening because we just saw the fucking trailer for it.
Yeah.
So, in that sense, it might be worth watching because it sets up this film. But it's a good film. Samuel L. Jackson's the bad guy in it. You know, He's pretty good. I like it when he plays a villain. Um, yeah, and that's for me. Out of all these monster movies, that's the best one. That's better than Godzilla 1998, uh, Kong Skull Island. Just a little bit better. But
Well, as
that's
I said,
sort of
I mean, I don't feel like Godzilla 1998 is like some great movie. I just like it. You're right. It's a good popcorn flick. Like it's not like anything spectacular. It's not nothing
no,
that
no,
jumps out at you.
no. Let's just get it clear. It's a good film because we like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a good film. Let's just get that clear. We like it. We know what it is. We don't have to explain ourselves, but we like it. And I would put Kong Skull Island in that bracket, but it's a tad bit better because once again, you've got characters you like, characters you can relate to. Brie Larson's in it. I forgot about that. There's three Marvel
Oh yeah,
actors
I
in it.
forgot Brie Larson. I knew about Tom Hiddleston and Samuel L. Jackson, but I forgot
Yeah,
Brie Larson was in it.
yeah, she's in it as well, man. So yeah, so three, Captain Marvel, Loki, and fucking Nick Fury. Oh, there you go. Can't go wrong. So yeah. Anyway, I think we've yabbered on enough about another film while talking about this trailer. When's this shit coming out?
A March, end of
March.
March.
Should be coming out. It should be coming out next week or something, as far as I'm concerned.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's gonna have a hybrid release on HBO Max.
apparently it's only going to be in cinemas for 1 month.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be on HBO Max. It's gonna be like Wonder Woman. It's gonna be on HBO Max and theaters, not cinemas, for 1 month, and then it's gonna go exclusively to theaters, and then it's gonna go exclusively to HBO Max. Like it's gonna bounce back and forth after its initial release.
This is hopefully this will be the last of the monster movies
I
as
feel like they
well.
just need to go out on a high note with this. Like, just this is it, the
Yeah.
main event. This is where WrestleMania ends.
Who do you think's going to win? If Mechagodzilla is not in this, and it's Kong versus Godzilla,
And
who's
one
going
of
to?
them has to win.
Yeah,
I think Godzilla's going to win.
I think it could be. I think Godzilla. If Mechagodzilla aside, if it's just them two, Godzilla is definitely the heel. And
Well, they even said in the trailer, I thought that something's controlling or something is making Godzilla agitated or something. They insinuated that there were outside forces at play with Godzilla.
fair enough.
I mean, they said that in the trailer, so
I think if it's just them two, I think Kong will win it.
you do.
I do because I think
I feel like what they're going to do is
if
they're
Godzilla wins, then that's the end of Earth.
well, no, I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna humanize Kong as much as possible in this movie, and then he's gonna die at the end. You know.
He'll die at the end, but he'll still win.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a fair possibility as well.
I think he will die after Godzilla dies.
You think they're both gonna go bite the big one in this one?
I think so. I think they both need to die for the sake of Earth, for Earth's sake, and for the little people. They need to die because you don't want to be. If I was living in that universe on that Earth, I wouldn't want to be on an Earth where you got fucking giant creatures walking around, being able to destroy whole cities. They need to die.
Well, dude,
You know?
God, the monster universe reminds me of the Future Trunks universe or the Future Trunks timeline in Dragon Ball. Like, there's been so many like destructive forces that have destroyed Trunks' future timeline. It's just like every time you look, it's just devastated. It's like, what's it now? Oh, it's androids. Oh no, what's it now? Oh, now it's evil Goku. You know, like it. You know, it just there's always something just destroying the future.
Exactly. So I think
And only my Dragon Ball homies get that one.
so it looked like, by the way, it looks like the club, the axe he was using to strike down Godzilla's flame. I believe the axe is one of his tentacles from his back, and
Yeah, I
maybe
think they said he fashioned it from one of them, like one of the spikes from his
yeah,
tail.
one of the scales things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe it's the thing where the only thing that can destroy it is itself. So the only way to maybe pierce Godzilla's skin is with his own skin. One of his scales, which will carve through
And
it and
plus,
shit.
I mean, you saw that when he was jumping, he was basically supercharging it. Like it was, he was shooting and he was hitting it with he was hitting the scale with his breath, so it basically supercharged the scale.
Yeah, it's like Godzilla's got this massive target to hit, and he decides to go for the axe. Like, mate, you could have easily just tilted your head down, and you'd be fucking getting his whole body right now. But no, you're gonna go for the axe. And like I said, then it immediately reminded me of fucking Thor throwing the axe at
To
fucking
Thanos.
Thanos, and but it was the reverse though. It was the reverse, wasn't it? It's just so weird.
But it
Um,
looked like Kong was going for the head, so I mean, at least he learned from Thor's mistake.
yeah, I just worry that even though this is a CGI fest, I'm worried that we saw too much action.
We'll see. I mean, it depends. I mean,
We saw a beautiful right hook,
yeah.
and we saw the blast and the axe, and as long as and for me, knowing that's in the fight, you'll be waiting for that moment to happen. If
That's
you know what I mean.
I mean, I think Avengers Endgame did it right. Like you didn't see a lot of Avengers Endgame before it came out. And I know that it's the MCU and they didn't have to show you much, but still, I mean, I this is one of those movies that might have benefited from it too. Like
For me,
not showing us a lot.
the best trailers are the ones that don't show anything. Like when because then you appreciate the movie for what it is. Like Batman versus Superman probably would have been a better film if we didn't see if we didn't see Doomsday in the fucking trailer for fuck's sake.
No, I would
You know,
I still would have been mad at that.
I think people would have geeked the fuck out if they saw Doomsday in the film and they would have
He looked like a
appreciated.
Goomba. Like from
Maybe I'm just saying, oh yeah, but Luke Skywalker didn't look too great, but we didn't know he was coming in, did we? And in the Mandalorian, the point is,
Okay, well,
it,
I was not exactly 100% on board with that.
no,
So,
the point is, it still had an effect with majority of people.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
Fanboys.
I'm just saying, yeah, if you fucking show all your cards too soon, then when people get to have the whole fucking enchilada, so to speak, they already know what to expect. So don't you know show us too much, surprise us, so we appreciate the film when we watch it. That's why things like Jurassic Park was so good. We didn't see shit in the trailers. Everything was in the movie. That's why fucking things like Matrix was so good. If we knew what the Matrix was before we saw the fucking film, we would have fucking hated that film. I mean, it wouldn't have been as good if we saw the fucking action scenes. It wouldn't have been that good, you know. Um, and that's why Matrix 2 and 3 was never that good because you can't replicate that twist of fucking human beings being batteries for fucking robots. You can't replicate that. Anyways, I apologize. I'm yabbering too much. Should we end this?
Yeah, let's end it.
Okay. Looking forward to seeing this? No. We'll see this? Yes. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye.